Hi, and welcome back to Sense and Sensitivity. I hope everybody's doing well this holiday season and also with winter kicking into full force. We've gotten some snow recently, so that's been interesting. Anyway, the topic of today's video is one, review what I got during the Black Friday sales, to discuss my current skincare, and to talk about my no-buy project that I am going into. So I'm first going to go into what I got for Black Friday, which was pretty minimal. I'm really trying to watch my budget because we have some other financial goals. So here's what I got. First up, Derm Store. I had some money to use up, and there's really not much there besides Avene that I buy, so I just wanted to use it up because I can find Avene at other places as well, usually for a better price. So I got one more of the thermal waters. I get the big size, 10.1 ounces. I have one that's almost empty, so this will last me probably half a year or longer, depending. And then I got a new shampoo to try. It's one I've been wanting to try for a while. It's a natural hair care brand called Evolvh H, I think. It's the Ultrashine Moisture Shampoo and Conditioner. I wanted to try these because they say they give moisture to the hair, but they don't weigh it down, which is something that I need. And then also because the conditioner is very thin and lightweight, but very moisturizing. And they say because of the ingredients in it, there's no buildup and you can put it directly on your scalp. And I've been having some dry scalp, especially with the change in weather. So I've used these a few times. I really like them so far. They really help with frizz, like the scene. These smell good. They do have a fragrance that lasts a pretty long time. It's a grapefruit fragrance. When I use it in the shower, it smells good and it's not overpowering. It doesn't give me a headache. And it does last in the hair for a few days. So I'm really liking that as far as fragrance goes. And even though this is very thin in consistency, I do find that it's very hydrating and moisturizing for my hair. So my hair feels softer than, for example, using the Scene conditioner, which is also more of a thin consistency. This one is even thinner, but it's got, they say it has special ingredients in it that penetrate the hair shaft, and that's why it doesn't need to be thick. It doesn't have lots of thickeners and oils and butters. It just has special ingredients that kind of hydrate your hair from the inside out. So really liking it so far. I feel very set with my hair care. I have a good Juju hair, normal balanced shampoo and conditioner bar that I'm trying to get through that I like, but the jury is still out on. I'm using my Scene fragrance-free shampoo and conditioner, which I also use for my son, and that one is also very good. Although I think, like I said in my video, it does take some of the wave out of my hair, and now I've got this. So I feel pretty set for probably almost a year, depending on if my husband uses these or not, which sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. And then we'll see. My hair is really, really thin, and I think it's just been changing since pregnancy and postpartum, so I'm still just trying to figure out how to work with it. A little bit before Black Friday, Osmia Organics, which I've mentioned before, it's a soap brand, had their annual winter sale. They don't do a Black Friday sale, they just do 4 seasonal sales a year. And I believe the winter one has the highest discount, so it's 25% off. So I decided to stock up for the year because I hadn't had their soaps in a while. They used to sell their soaps through other stores like Beauty Heroes, Integrity Botanicals, so I could pick a bar up when I would place an order with another store. They've since pulled, and they only sell an unscented and an unscented charcoal soap that are these vegan formulations. All their other proprietary soaps you have to buy from them directly. So I decided to take advantage of the sale and pick up some things. I was also out of their chapstick called Lip Doctor, which I like a lot. It's 0.25 ounces, so it's a pretty big one. I really like it. It's unscented, and so it just kind of smells like cocoa butter. I think it's really nice. I've been using it for years. I picked up their Osmia Lip Repair, which is kind of like a sleeping mask, lip mask. It looks like this. It's this nice yellow color. It has a really faint bergamot, so citrus, and honey scent because there's both Manuka honey and bergamot essential oil, very, very little bit of it. The Manuka honey is for healing, and it is solid, so you do need to scrape it, like either with a tiny spoon or the back of your nail. But I just scrape a little bit, I rub it into my lips at night before bed, and it's been very nice. I like it a lot. It's a different experience than using Vaseline on your lips, which is going to leave like a really thick barrier layer. And sometimes if you're struggling with really dry, cracked lips, that's kind of at least where you need to start to let them heal. But if you're more in the like moderately dry range and you want something organic, not petroleum jelly, this is a nice product. Good for nighttime. And then I bought a soap set, so it came in this cute bag. I bought several soaps as gifts as well, so I'll just show you the ones I got for myself are the Oso, and this is their fragrance-free one that has buttermilk in it, and it's also recommended for babies. So I've already cut a chunk out, as you can see. This is how I use these soaps so that they don't melt and you don't waste them. You cut out a chunk, so I will get probably 4 more chunks from this, so 5 chunks total. And I just put it in my shower on the little hanging thing, or I have these little plastic dishes that Osmia sells to put them on so that they don't get wet and melt. Oso is really nice. It's fragrance-free, gentle, and moisturizing. I got Milky Rose, which is my all-time favorite. It doesn't actually have rose essential oil. It has other essential oils, but they blend together to smell really delicate and like a rose. So again, you'll see the same thing. I chopped it. I love this one. I've used it on and off for years. Again, it's very gentle, similar to the Oso, but it's got that lovely, light, floral scent. And I use this on my son too. No problem. I got another Milky Rose because I love it. And then I got Lavender Shea, which is another one of their sensitive, skin-friendly soaps. I have not cut into this one yet. It's lavender and it's got some spinach in it, which helps with the green color. So again, I'll cut a slice out of this. It smells really good, just like subtle, gentle lavender. Sometimes lavender can smell spicy, I guess, and this one isn't like that. It's sweet and mild. I really like it. I also got a sample of the Palo Santo soap, and it's lovely. I didn't want to buy a whole one because I hadn't tried it before, and I wasn't sure because sometimes Palo Santo smells really nice to me, and then sometimes it can be overpowering. This one is really nice, smooth, mellow, sweet, and woodsy, so I would definitely buy a full bar of the Palo Santo in the future. They gave me the Black Clay Facial Soap as a sample and the Purely Gentle Mud Cleanser. I haven't tried these yet. I'm very, very curious about this because this is their sensitive skin cleanser, so at some point I will try that. And then the Black Clay Facial Soap is wonderful if you have acneic skin, if you have perhaps papulopustular rosacea, if teen skin, male skin that's thicker. Before I had rosacea, when I was still in my 20s, I went through a phase where I was getting some breakouts here during graduate school, and I think it was just hormones, stress, change of environment and stuff because I had moved, and I got that soap, and it was really remarkable how quickly it helped clear my skin and left it really even and balanced, but it is a little bit drying. For my skin now, I cannot use it. It is much too drying. So I would not recommend it for most of us sensitive rosacea skinned people. But again, if you're younger, if you have more oily tendency skin, or some of the other things that I said earlier, it can be a really, really healing and therapeutic soap. And it does take off makeup and stuff, so you can use very little. And the whole bar is $24, and it can last you probably 4 to 6 months if you're using it just once a day at night, and then, just doing your oil or your moisturizer afterwards. I love Osmia Organics. I've been using their stuff for years. I've actually visited their headquarters in the Colorado Rocky Mountains. The town is amazing. The headquarters is amazing. You can smell everything. It smells delightful. The people are really nice. I think they are a company with a lot of integrity, and just wonderful to buy from, and good products. The last thing I bought, which I hadn't tried before, from Osmia, is their Naked Body Mousse. I bought the Naked, which is the unscented, so I could use it for me and for my son. It's super thick. It's like a shea butter and oil blended mousse. And so this is awesome. I'm using this after I shave on my legs, a little bit on my hands at night, elbows, knees, heels. I'll scrape out a little bit. It came with this cute little spoon. I'll scrape out a little bit and mix it into the Babo Botanicals lotion for my son. That just thickens it and makes it even a little bit more buttery and rich. So a little goes a long ways. I imagine with the way I'm using this, this will also probably last 6 months. So that's what I got from Osmia that I'll be using for the next half a year to a year. And I'm really happy to have them back because I think that brand has the ideal level of fragrance for somebody who's sensitive to fragrance. So I can still enjoy the aromatherapy effects without it being overpowering, irritating my skin, or giving me a headache. All right, the next brand I purchased from on Black Friday is Kosas. I bought 2 more of their unscented deodorants and their Air Brow Brow Gel in medium brown. So I know I've talked a little bit about my deodorant woes before, but this wasn't working for me in the summer. I tried some other ones that really haven't worked at all, and so I'm coming back to this. It's not perfect, but it's the best one I've found in the natural world, and I've been using it for a couple of years now. I think summertime especially is just a hard time for natural deodorants, and I think the secret of this, because I've noticed this time after time, is that I think it's really good within like 6 months. It says 12 months on the back, but when I get to the last bit, and there's still probably a month or so left, it doesn't work the same way. I don't know if that's because the roller ball has been touching my skin for all the months, or you know what about the formulation, but it seems like comparing the one I just kind of finished up and stopped using, even though there's a bit left once I got this brand new one, this one works better. It's just more effective. So I think this is just the product where newer, fresher, and trying to use it up within 6 months is probably a good call. The brow gel, I tested twice. I liked it, and then my son played with it and promptly lost it, so I don't know where it is, but it seemed nice. It seemed like the first time I applied too much, I brushed them back and then brushed them forward, and I could feel it was kind of stiff, which I don't like. So the second time, I just kind of like brushed them up and into place just a single time, and that worked much better with kind of just like giving them shape, a little bit of color, but without feeling stiff or crunchy. I have pretty defined eyebrows as it is, so I'm not looking for a very color heavy product or something that really is gonna like keep them into place super strongly, because my brows just don't really need that, or I don't think they do. So it seemed like it was gonna be a good product for that. I also placed a Pharmaca order for Black Friday, which hasn't come yet, but the only skincare related item in that was just the Babo Botanicals Sensitive Baby Lotion, which I've talked about many times, which is the body lotion my whole family uses and what my husband uses for his face. And then the last company I bought from for Black Friday was Onda Beauty, O-N-D-A, and they're a store based out of New York, and they were having a great sale that included Marie Veronique at 20% off. So I picked up a few things. I picked up 4 of my favorite Marie Veronique and Christina Holy Pure EO Free Oil Cleansers. So I bought, this is one that I was already using. It's about a little more than half full, and then I have the 4 more. So honestly, that should last me the whole year. In addition to that, I bought another Barrier Restore because I'd run out of this a little while ago, and I was waiting for the sales to happen to purchase this because it's quite pricey, and I'm so happy I did. I used it again last night, and it really makes a significant difference once the weather turns really dry and cold. It just penetrates the skin and works on the skin in a different way than any moisturizer or oil I've ever used. It's very healing, moisturizing, hydrating, gentle, effective. It calms the skin. I don't know, it's just very, very good. So for me, this is kind of a staple product, at least in the winter time. So I got that. And then the exciting new thing I got from them was I was thinking about needing a new facial oil. And so I got Le Prunier. And so Le Prunier is a plum oil. It's 100% organic plum oil from a generations old plum farm in California. The daughters who run the farm or helped run the farm realized they were throwing the pits away when they were making products with the plums, and that the pit has all this oil, and that it's a very good oil like almond oil, but even more potent. And so they started extracting it themselves and making this skin oil, and they realized that it's very healing. And I've just heard really good things. Chrissy Teigen is obsessed with it, and just a lot of people, a lot of really good reviews online, and that it smells so, so good, like marzipan or sort of like cherry and almond smell. So that was very intriguing to me because I love marzipan scent, and I've had good experiences with almond oil in the past. I wanted a new facial oil that wasn't the Marie Veronique, which I didn't think I needed with its price tag, and it's very, very moisturizing, and it smells a little bit strange, but I just didn't think I needed it right now because my skin is in a much better position this winter than it was last winter. So I wanted to try something else that'd hopefully be a little bit more pleasurable to use, and I'm loving it so far. I've been using it for a little less than a week. I think it's very, very calming, very, very smoothing. It does smell delicious. It's a thicker oil, more like argan oil, which I love and I've spoken about many times. So, you know, whereas jojoba or fractionated coconut oil are very, very thin, or like the CBD oil I sometimes use is a very, very thin oil. This is more of a thick oil, and I just really like the thickness, the texture of it, the way it spreads, and kind of adds a cushioning effect to the skin. It smells delicious, and I think it's very, very good, very calming. The hype is real, maybe, at least at 25% off for now, my initial review. So I've got my son here off to the side. That is all I purchased for Black Friday. It's really not very much, in my opinion, because a lot of it is just staple products that I'm going to be using throughout the year, which is kind of how I like to use Black Friday. You know, the sales, it just gets crazy, but it is a nice time to be able to stock up on stuff you know you will use and you won't be wasting, and to save a little bit. So now let's talk about my skincare routine and my no-buy. So because I've stocked up and because I have some other financial goals for other things in my life right now, and because I want to see more scientifically, I guess, how I go through products, how long it takes me to use them, because it's hard to gauge that when I'm always getting something new and then I'm putting this aside for a while, trying this, and then circling back to it. So this is an experiment I want to do for all of these reasons, to just get a good idea of how I go through my skincare and to really let these beautiful products that I have, you know, take their effect on my skin without being changed because I'm adding other products in, and just to simplify, because I have a lot going on in my life right now. So my goal is a proposed no-buy from now, the beginning of December, until the end of May. So that's just about 6 months, and that's for all skincare. Thank you, baby. He is obsessed with chapsticks right now, so having this Osmia around is really nice because I don't worry about the ingredients at all. So, 6 month no-buy for skincare, and I think I can do it. And so the caveats are, if I run out of products within a whole category, I can rebuy. So I have 2 moisturizers right now, I'll show you in a minute. If I run out of both of them before 6 months, then I'll need a new moisturizer and I can purchase one then. I don't think I will run out because of the amounts I have left, But yeah, so if I just run out of one product within a category, no, I need to try and get through the other one before I rebuy. But if I run out of everything within a category, then I can purchase ahead of time. The other caveat, well, the other two caveats, I guess, would be one, if I get gifts, or two, if I get gift cards, which isn't very common, but my birthday is coming up. So if I get a gift of a skincare product, I'm not gonna, let it get too old. So I might use it, or if I get a gift card for a beauty shop or something, then if I feel inspired, maybe I'll pick something up before the no buy is over. But as far as my personal money goes and my just goal with using up skincare and simplifying, that's the idea, is 6 months of no buy. So let's review what my skincare is consisting of lately and what it will consist of for the next 6 months. Cleansers, I have plenty of Veronique. That's my staple cleanser that I use nightly. Takes off everything. It's kind of a one and done. I love it. I love the way it leaves my skin moisturized but clean. I also have this 12 Beauty Dara's water. It's non-micellar cleansing water. So it's this organic Spanish brand's version of how to make a micellar type water that doesn't have micelles. That's even more gentle for super sensitive skin. So I picked this up a little while ago for doing some traveling, because it's supposedly a one and done product too, and this is under the 4 ounce flying guideline and you can lock it. So this is going to be my alternate cleanser for now if I am traveling, or I have not really worn makeup or too much sunscreen or anything like that and I just kind of want to refresh. I'll use this. I've used it a few times with good results. I think it's very, very gentle and moisturizing, no irritation. For mists, I have the Blissoma Sacred Waters Tonique. I picked this up a few months ago. I love this product. It's Tulsi and rose water. I love this brand. So I have this. It's mostly full still. And then, of course, I have my Avene. So I don't use these every day, so I don't think I'll be running out of those within 6 months. For oil, serums, I'm trying to go in order of how I would apply it. I only have one serum. It's the Barrier Restore. Just got it. Shouldn't run out before 6 months because I usually apply this nightly in the winter, and then once the weather warms up, I can go every few days. So the last one lasted me probably 9-ish months using it in that way. So that should be good. You can probably hear my son. He's playing with the chapstick. For oils, I have two. I have the Flora and Bast CBD Age Adapting Facial Serum, which I've talked about. I like a lot. It's a little more than halfway done. You can see that I've really been focused on using this oil for a few months now. I really, really like it. I think it's very calming. So the CBD oil, it's very, very calming. It's very thin. So it's nice for a lot of the year or as an additional product, but I've brought in the Le Prunier, which I just talked about, as an alternative, and I'm kind of obsessed with it, so I've put this aside for now. You could mix the two, or I'm going to be focused on using this now because it's a thicker oil, and maybe I'll switch back to that once the weather calms down a little bit. I like that CBD oil very much. And then for moisturizers, I have my Blissoma Pure Sensitive Care Complex that I got just a couple months ago or a month ago, but before the Black Friday stuff. I love, love, love this moisturizer. Talked about it many times. And then I still have about half of my Vanicream, which I was using this summer, and really, really like it. So I think, I've got two cleansers, 2 toners, 1 serum, 2 oils, and 2 moisturizers. And I think between all of those products, that's going to get me through 6 months. For daytime, I'm still going through my Pipette. I love this moisturizing sunscreen. And I have a tiny bit of this Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint left, so I want to get through these. I think doing it through May is perfect because then as summer comes, if I run out of sunscreen, it'll be a great time to figure out if I want to try a new product in the sunscreen world or rebuy those. And then of course Blissoma has their huge summer sale in June usually, so that will be a great time for me to stock up on their products. And so those are sort of all the things that have led me to think that I can pull off 6 months. So you won't be getting too much content from me as far as new skincare goes, but I will check in on how everything is going. And I'm excited to do this and just simplify, not be spending time looking at products online, or, you know, making sure I'm allocating my money towards other things right now. So, you know, I'll check in about this a few times as the journey progresses, and then I'll reflect on it at the end. And then in the meantime, I have a lot of other content I want to get out as far as just more like philosophical or theoretical ideas related to. So you will still be seeing me within these 6 months. I get out videos when I can. It's difficult with work and a toddler, but thank you so much for watching, and see you soon. Take care. Happy holidays. Bye for now.